Hey everyone, welcome to episode 2 of LPs and Coffees. Today we're here with Megsworth, my ex-girlfriend. This is dedicated again to my grandma, G Money.
Go Grandma.
Our second LP is Draw the Line, the Aerosmith album. I've actually never heard this album at all. Like, I don't know a single song off this album, do you?
I like the music, but I don't like their lyrics, because I can't hear them.
There's a lot going on, yeah. It's harder to hear the lyrics.
What
do you know about Steven Tyler, the singer?
He wears a lot of plastic surgery. He has a lot of plastic surgery, but he's a great singer.
He looks the same to me.
And he has a unibrow, like you.
I mean, yeah, sure, this is a caricature on, like, the album art. But the back, I mean, that font,
nice and
it's pretty clean. Yeah, it's really clean. This album came out in 1977, and the packaging for the album, the sleeve, is actually pretty clean and looks pretty modern.
Now he's getting into the screamy type of stuff, and I don't know if I really dig that.
So this is the first track off the album. It's called Draw the Line, same title as the album. Alright, now we're on track 2, which is I Want to Know Why.
I want to know why toes look the way they do.
The portrait on the cover, the album art, is a caricature done by a famous caricaturist named Al Hirschfeld. Kind of ridiculous album art.
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah. I like this song.
The Kerrang! Magazine listed this number 37 on the top metal albums of all time. So this album is classified as hard rock, heavy metal, and blues rock, which is kind of a lot of different things.
Fun fact, the first time I ever heard Aerosmith was when I was riding the rock and roller coaster.
Dude, you know what? That is a great roller coaster, but it's like 2 seconds long.
I hear blues in this.
Yeah, definitely. This is track number 3, Critical Mass. This album actually got mixed reviews. Rolling Stone actually gave it an unfavorable review. There were 3 singles off this album. Number 1 was Draw the Line, which is the first song we heard. And the second one was Kings and Queens. And the third one was Get It Up. This is the 5th studio album by Aerosmith.
He likes to crush my dreams.
It's not true. This album peaked at number 11 on the Billboard 200 in 1978.
That was kind of a cool ending.
Yeah, it like faded out and came back in.
Here we go.
This is Get It Up, which is one of the singles. It reminds me of Jack White and the White Stripes. I really like this song. It's probably my favorite so far.
This is an excellent cappuccino.
I made it. The manager at the time for Aerosmith commented on the State of the Band's commercial performance, saying that the essence of Aerosmith's lyrics has always been a positive macho sexuality, and Draw the Line wasn't like that. He said, Get It Up. The lyrics really say can't get it up. So they call the song Get It Up even though the song says can't get it up because stoned people wouldn't want to listen to it.
What does that mean?
In a retrospective review by Ultimate Classic Rock, a man named Sterling Whitaker said that the song is an example of a Draw the Line track that should have been great but not quite.
See, I like the beginning and now it's kind of getting boring.
It's dragging on. It feels like it's a long song. So this is the last one on this side of the album. It's actually a pretty short album. I think I saw it was 35 minutes.
And 41 seconds.
Yeah. Is that right? So this is Bright Light Fright, which is the last one on side A. This song reminds me of the newest Stone Temple Pilots album, the comeback album, Stone Temple Pilots, like self-titled album. Well, now there's a saxophone in it, so that's a little different. It's a screeching saxophone.
See, he listens to different music than I do.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what makes this show great, is that like I bring different people, you know, different tastes and stuff. This song's a lot of noise, in my opinion. Stack the guitar solo on top of like 2 notes going back and forth. That's what that song just
sounded like. Oh, that's a very abrupt ending. Cut this out.
No, I'll put that in.
No.
So this is the first song on side B, and it's called Kings and Queens, which was the 3rd single. It was one of the singles.
I kind of like it. You can actually hear what he's saying.
It reminds me of Ozzy Osbourne a little bit. This album doesn't really have that, like, I mean, you can tell it's classic rock, but it's not quite, like, it feels modern almost.
Yeah,
like it doesn't
like
sound that
old.
old.
Would think of rock.
Yeah, it's a little downbeat for them too. It's an interesting sound in the background. I don't know what that is. That was interesting. The transition there overlapped. It sounds like Santana.
It does.
Ooh, I like this too.
That's strange.
This album's done a lot of that where like it drops off or whatever.
Yeah.
And it changes completely and then comes back around. Alright, so now we're on track 2 of side B, which is The Hand That Feeds. I like this one actually, but I think I still like to Get It Up the most. I think so far.
I did until it dragged on so long. I don't know. It's kind of like Kings and Queens, but that dragged on too. I like that version.
How they're singing like as a group.
What is this? Their fifth album?
Did I say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's fifth.
And by this time, people probably really. I mean, they had such a following.
I wonder if some of the like mixed response was because the album is like short. Like 35 minutes for an entire LP is really short. This guitar solo is definitely like the best it's been on the album I think so far. When you do a guitar solo, it's got to flow with the rest of the music, and I feel like a lot of the guitar solos on this album kind of felt disjointed from the rest of the sound.
Like they were just put in.
Yeah, so this is track 3 on side B, which is Sight for Sore Eyes, and I like this already. It's almost funky. This is a good one, dude. I think this is my favorite. I feel like you're judging me. It's interesting because I was like on the Wikipedia page for this album, there really wasn't a whole lot.
There really wasn't much information.
No, and normally when this must have, I mean, obviously with the mixed reviews, this wasn't a career-defining moment for
And it
Aerosmith.
probably wasn't that popular.
No, it probably wasn't. But, well, I mean, at peak number 11, is that what I said? Yeah, this song's having a lot of the same problems that Get It Up's getting, where it's like dragging on too long. And because this album is so short at 35 minutes, it's kind of, it feels like it's not enough substance. So I could understand, like, at the time, being like if you were an Aerosmith fan and you were reviewing the album, you'd be like,
disappointed.
So this is the last song on the album, so it's track number 4 on side B, which is Milk Cow Blues. I like when they sing as a group. They actually have pretty good harmony together. Like rock bands from the 70s integrated a ton of blues. And so that was Draw the Line by Aerosmith, and so now we're going to pick out our favorite songs from the album.
My favorite was probably, I like Sight for Sore Eyes a lot.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And I like Get It Up a lot, but I think I do like Milk Cow Blues the most. It didn't drag on as much.
Get It Up and Sight for Sore Eyes were definitely, I think, had the most to contribute to the album in terms of quality, but they did drag on too long. I have to say that Get It Up and Sight for Sore Eyes were actually tied for my favorite. So what would you give Draw the Line on a scale of 1 to 10?
I don't want to be mean, but I'd probably give it a 6.5.
Well, at least you're honest.
I mean, if I put myself back in that time and I was a huge Aerosmith fan, I'd probably be like the way I am with One Direction and
You'd blindly buy it.
actually love it.
And this did peak, I said, like at 11 on the Billboard 200. And I think part of it is because it is Aerosmith, like you said, and everyone was like, oh my god, new Aerosmith album, you know, gotta go get it. No matter what the quality is, nobody even bothered to think about it.
Yeah.
And I think, to be honest, I'd give it a 6 out of 10. I mean, Aerosmith has better work, and if you're going out to buy an LP by Aerosmith, I don't think this is the one that you need to go to. So yeah, that was Draw the Line by Aerosmith, and we'll catch you next time on LPs and Coffees.